Barcelona 3, Atletico Madrid 1. PEDRI Masterclass. Absolutely sensational. He was outstanding as a player. And what do you expect, Madrid fans? What do you expect? Oh, Madrid together, here we go again. Atletico Madrid, please do something against Barcelona. Guess what? Nothing happened. Yeah, they scored the first goal, and yes, Barcelona immediately responded without any shadow of a doubt. And they're top with resounding fashion, because the build-up for all three goals of Barcelona, let's just call it as it is, sensational football, absolutely exquisite football. The second goal in particular, you know what? Real Madrid can't score that. They can't score those goals. The second one, how they built the play up from the back. Pedri being the orchestrator in midfield, dropping to the pockets, dropping in between the lines, trying to do the quick give and goals with his teammates, Yamal, everyone around him. And then finally, the icing on the cake for Barcelona. A goal simply from Atletico Madrid trying to overexpose himself at the other end, and then Barcelona just sealing their deal. Ferran Torres with an absolute dagger at the end. And what did you expect? I keep on saying it. What do you expect, Real Madrid fans? Nothing. You shouldn't expect nothing from these ties, because, well, unlike Real Madrid, we can't flip in beat Atletico Madrid to save their life. 5-2, where I remind you the pumping that Atletico Madrid gave to Real Madrid at the early on in the season. It looks like a foregone conclusion now. It looks like Barcelona are now going to take La Liga by storm. Is this the dagger that Real Madrid probably going to get? Who knows? I can only tell that really towards the midpoint of the season. The midpoint is coming very soon. Barcelona, look, they're in full flow. They just beat one of the rivals for Spain, the main rivals in Atletico Madrid, and they lost to Real Madrid. But guess what? It doesn't really matter El Clasico at the end of the day, when you pretty much win all your rest of your games, not getting draws left, right and centre, not being absolute scumbag of a team in Real Madrid. They're shambles, let's just be honest. They're an absolute shambles now. What can we do? I'm just sad and deflated by the whole thing. We cannot stand to see Real Madrid like this. We can't stand to see them play in this manner, in this fashion. Barcelona absolutely getting a resounding victory over Atletico Madrid. Yes, Lewandowski missed a penalty, but who cares at the end of the day? When you're scoring goals like that, on that level, La Liga is theirs. It's theirs for the taking already, because I don't see any team challenging on the basis of football, on the basis of play. There's no team in La Liga who can challenge Barcelona. That's facts. They're going to go into ties throughout the season where they may have difficulties, like for example your Betis away, your Villarreal's away, which are coming up for them. They win those two games, they've won La Liga. I will say it right now. They win Betis away and go to La Ceramica and beat Villarreal away, they've won La Liga. I cannot see any different, because they're a team that are just going to make everything work for them this season. They're going to really put the pressure on Real Madrid, and unfortunately we can't do the same in the reverse end, because the team don't play like a team. You saw Barcelona today play like a team. You saw them play as a unit. You saw them play with a confidence to them that you haven't really seen them throughout this whole season. You haven't seen that kind of confidence throughout the season. And look, I just hope for the best that Real Madrid can find some kind of form, because as you can see, my face is not even, I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed anymore, and it's just going to be like this for the remainder of the season. We're going to play this haram football. We're going to play this horrid, putrid football. And you see Barcelona, second goal especially, open up Atletico Madrid like a can of beans, mate. Heinz baked beans. You go to the local supermarket. It's like you grab it there and then, bang, open with the lid. Just exquisite from Barcelona, I've got to say. You can call this glazing. Do you know what, Madrid fans? You can call this glazing all you flipping want. I don't really care anymore. I don't care, because we're playing horrid football. We've played horrid football since the start of the season. You think that El Clasico win justifies anything? It doesn't justify nada, mate. It doesn't justify anything, because at the end of the day, it's who's lifting the trophy at the end. Yes, we can get the 3 points. Yes, we are difficult to beat. That's what people were calling it. Madrid fans out there, oh, we're difficult to beat. Zip it. Because I tell you what, we're not difficult to beat. When we actually look at it, and the teams that we played, if they're better quality up front, we'll get absolutely touched up big time. So there's going to be certain games this season that Real Madrid need to look at and Barcelona need to look at, and on the balance of things, you see Barcelona carrying this through. I don't see any other different. That Betis match, that Villarreal match, away, those two matches are going to be the making of this Barcelona team. They win those two matches, it's done. It's done. It's finished. I would say right now it's finished, because when you have Rafinha come back into the squad and you see what Rafinha does, and I'm going to go into the players now, Pedri and Rafinha, both of them, because Yamal was decent, but nowhere near the level of Rafinha and Pedri. Yamal is a player that is going to be exciting, going to have the flair, going to have those creative opportunities that you can have to drive a defense. But Rafinha is just the final action player. He knows what to do in the final third. Yamal had a gilt-edged opportunity to make it 3-1. He didn't. He could have put the tie to bed there. He didn't. But you see Rafinha running onto a similar opportunity that Yamal had the last game, where he tried to round the keeper. But when Rafinha rounds the keeper, it's different. He passed Oblak and he just tucks it away easily. No questions. Very calm, very level-headed. And that's what you want from your wingers. You want finishers. You want people who are going to take great opportunities to score great goals. And that's what Rafinha did. Yamal didn't. Yamal had a chance, such an open net. Didn't take it. And Pedri, the other example in the team. Let me tell you something about Pedri. This guy is always going to have games where he can drop off sometimes, but when it comes to sometimes these big games against Atletico Madrid, and you see these away times that are coming up, Pedri's going to be the difference maker. Because when Pedri's the orchestrator in midfield, and he twists, he turns, he passes with the team, he makes the team work essentially from that deep position, and then follows that up through the pitch, that's what Pedri offers. When you have Real Madrid, we don't have a player like Pedri in the team. That's factual, because of that agility, that I would say that central midfield-esque quality that you need from your player to really make a difference at crucial times, and Pedri did that. That's what he did. Look at the pass that he fed through to Rafinha. Crazy. It's just literally a very simple pass, and you see Real Madrid, and you see players like Bellingham, you see players like Camavinga, you see players like Arda Güler. In those simple areas, you have a chance to thread the ball. But you don't. You pass it sideways. You pass it backwards. What on earth is that? Like Pedri just saw it in front of him, just like, psh, okay, here's the ball. You take it and you run into the goal. That's what happened. And that's why Pedri is such a big difference maker to Barcelona. You saw immediately the impact, and they're lucky that, you know what, Pedri started getting this opportunity to play against Atletico Madrid after that kind of injury spell. Such a crucial point for Pedri to slot into the team and really make a difference. And if you look at throughout the team as well, yes, they had some instances defensively where they were still poor, but Madrid fans are saying they don't worry about Barcelona. Let me tell you something, you should be worried about your own bloody team. Madrid should be worried about their own self, because they're shocking. Every single part of the pitch, they're shocking. The defense, the attack is shocking everywhere. We don't have technical ballers on the level of Barcelona that can really do and make an impact. We don't have a team, first of all. So what we're going to do, we have individuals on the pitch. That's it. It's just individuals. There's nothing else to it. So, look, when you give credit where it's due. Today, Barcelona turn up. They showed in front of their home fans what they can do. They're going to do that at the Metropolitano as well. They will. I'm going to tell you this right now. They'll do that at the Metropolitano as well. Maybe a more closer, edgy game. Yes, Atletico Madrid had their chances today, but unfortunately, when it comes down to it, the ending part of the game, in terms of how you phase out the game, and Barcelona did that so well. They did that with an amazing quality that you won't see Madrid doing this season. You won't. They did in El Clasico, But in the majority of the matches, when you need to actually get a goal, Real Madrid haven't been doing that when Barcelona have, and they've done that exceptionally well today against Atletico Madrid. Just a final round-up of the video, guys, just for the last 5 minutes. I've got to say something. That Barcelona, as a team, they are just getting more and more and more into their rhythm. And this becomes a problem for Real Madrid because you're going to be fighting against the curve consistently. That's what Real Madrid are fighting now. They're fighting a losing battle. Every match now is a losing battle. Bilbao, I have no confidence in Bilbao. I have no confidence in any match coming up to the new year. Not one single ounce of confidence. When you're drawing against teams like Girona, it's a completely different ball game. Come on, Elche. Come on, like this is no secret to it. Barcelona, they had an awful match against Girona, but they still won the game. They had an awful match against Elche, but they still won the game. They got the early goals. That's the difference maker. El Clasico, Madrid fans getting giddy for El Clasico, that's why you don't celebrate too early. You saw me kind of level-headed, reserved. I said, okay, cool. Now we just win the rest of the games. Okay, 10 games, Xabi Alonso, you proved to me that you're okay. But unfortunately, now, not a good time. It's not a good time for Real Madrid, and we are absolutely shocking. And we have no judgment at all on what we can do with this team. Real Madrid have nothing at all. It's crazy to me. Nothing in the back, nothing in the front, like I said in the last video. They're just completely toothless across every part of the pitch. And Barcelona, you got to say that their offensive qualities still stand. And because it's like that, at the moment, it looks like Barcelona are firmly in charge to win La Liga. And a lot of Barcelona fans were calling it and saying, look, you've played pretty horrible team so far. And we're scraping through games. Majority of the games we scrape through. Let's just call it as it is. Real Madrid has scraped through the majority of the games. Barcelona have as well, in terms of the beginning of the season and how they're trying to feed into the season itself. But let's just call it as it is. A spade is a spade. Barcelona is still winning their games. And when they get into their rhythm, their flow, I tell you, when they reach top gear, it's done. Madrid are finished. We have no comeback for this. Because if Barcelona hit top stride, Real Madrid have no comeback. And that's actually the truth. So, just to round off, obviously, a few more things, guys. Look, Pedri, excellent performance, just to clarify that. Excellent performance from Rafinha as well. Lewandowski missed a penalty, and not really his best game today. Yamal, not really his best game. Just Pedri and Rafinha, when you have two players like that who can stand out from the rest of them, unreal. And yeah, congratulations, Barcelona. That's all I can say. 3-1 against Atletico Madrid. And yeah, that's me rounding up from San Diego, guys. Make sure you like this video, comment down below, let me know your thoughts, and we'll see you next time. Take care on another video. Adios, and tomorrow, hopefully, we can get the job done against Athletic Bilbao, because that match, guys, I haven't even made a prediction because I've been out here in San Diego. I said Athletic Bilbao 2, Real Madrid 1. I'm sorry. I think Bilbao are going to beat us. Even though they've been absolutely atrocious this season, Bilbao, I think they'll beat us. I think Bilbao will beat us. I think they're going to beat us 2-1. I think it's just going to be another session like last year. Horrible football, putrid to watch. But at the end of the day, you'll see Bilbao beating us. I'm sorry. You want to put your team ahead of everything, but when you see performances against Girona and Elche, who, let's be honest, are probably worse than Bilbao, even in their current state, and they're going to be up for the game. It's away from home. Basque region of Spain. Yeah. I see a loss. Sorry, guys. But guys, take care. Adios, and we'll see you next time on another video. Take care.